Have you ever wondered if your cat really recognizes you? Or if they just see you as another human in the house? If you share your life with a cat, you've probably noticed that their way of recognizing us is unlike how we recognize each other. Cats don't rely on their eyesight the way we do. Instead, a cat's world revolves around sounds, scents, and the bond they've formed with you. From the unique way they identify your voice and smell to the subtle ways they show trust, cats have their own fascinating methods of knowing who you are. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating question, can cats really recognize us, and how do they do it? Also, ever wonder why they sometimes ignore you when you call their name? It's not that they don't know it's you. Their way of recognizing us goes far beyond sound. Let's uncover how our beloved furry friends understand who we are and why their reactions can seem so mysterious. Before we dive in, please subscribe to Wise Animals and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos. Does your cat recognize you? The answer is yes. Not only can your cat identify you, but it can also tell you apart from other people, even those within your household. In fact, your cat might even have a favorite family member. And yes, that could be you. Cats recognize those they live with and understand who their primary caregivers are. Whether that's you, your partner, your siblings, or even your children. However, unlike humans, cats don't rely heavily on sight to distinguish us from one another. While we might think of recognition as largely visual, cats approach things differently. Cats actually struggle to differentiate human faces. For example, just as someone might say all cats look similar, it's believed that cats may perceive us humans in a similar way. They don't pay much attention to our facial features. In fact, some theories suggest that cats view humans as nothing more than large, clumsy cats. To cats, we aren't superior beings, but rather oversized companions who happen to be less graceful. Cats rely far more on sound and smell than vision when it comes to identifying people. If you're your cat's main caregiver, they will recognize your voice and scent long before they could distinguish you from someone else based on appearance alone. While cats are more visually cautious when it comes to other felines, constantly on guard with unfamiliar cats, they view humans differently. To your cat, you're simply a big, non-threatening friend. Cats also have a strong memory for experiences. That's why a pair of neighborhood cats might continue to fight for years after recognizing each other by sight. But if you've always been kind to your cat, providing love and care, your cat will associate you with positive feelings, using your scent and voice to identify you as a safe, trustworthy presence. Ultimately, your appearance matters far less than the way your cat connects with you through your voice, scent, and the experiences you share. A 2019 study published in the journal Current Biology found that cats form secure attachments to their caregivers, similar to the way infants form attachments to their parents. In this study, 64% of cats displayed behaviors indicating a secure attachment to their owners. This attachment is based on trust and familiarity, which reinforces the idea that cats recognize their owners and form emotional bonds with them beyond simple recognition. Why don't cats recognize faces? When it comes to facial recognition, cats approach things very differently from humans. One key reason is that cats' vision works in a unique way. Cats have 3 types of vision cones in their retinas, but they aren't as adept at distinguishing colors as we are. This makes it harder for cats to use facial features like color contrast to identify someone. Another factor is that cats are far-sighted, meaning nearby objects, including human faces, appear somewhat blurry to them. This trait serves a specific purpose in the wild, allowing them to focus better on objects or potential threats from a distance. For example, a cat might quickly recognize another cat from across the yard and determine if it's a friend or foe. But if you, their caregiver, have a distinguishing feature like a beard, a scar, or even tattoos, a cat won't rely on these visual markers to recognize you. While a human could pick you out of a crowd based on these characteristics, a cat's vision simply isn't wired the same way. Their field of vision is also closer to the ground, which makes focusing on human faces up close even less practical for them. Instead, your cat depends more on its other senses, like smell and touch, to recognize you. For instance, your cat may learn your beard by feeling it against its fur, but it won't remember what it looks like from sight alone. This is why cats tend to use sound and scent as their primary tools for recognizing the people they live with. Some research suggests that cats can not only recognize their owners, but also distinguish between different family members. While they may see humans as similar-looking, they use voice, scent, and behavior patterns to recognize each person individually. This is why your cat may have a different response to different members of the household, favoring some for play, others for cuddling, and perhaps avoiding those who don't interact with them as much. Why cats recognize voices and smells. Let's dive into why your cat can easily recognize your voice and scent, and how this strengthens your bond. Unlike relying on facial features, cats connect with us more through our voices. The more time you spend with your cat, the more it learns to distinguish your voice from others. But it's not just about the sound of your voice. Your tone and how you speak to your cat play a big role too. Do you notice how you sometimes talk to your cat in a softer, affectionate tone, almost like you would to a baby? Over time, your cat becomes familiar with these vocal cues, making it easy for them to identify you even without seeing you. That's why when you walk into a room and say something, your cat knows it's you and doesn't get startled. It recognizes your unique sound. This voice recognition ties back to their kitten days, just like how kittens respond to their mother's voice for comfort. As a caregiver, you take on that nurturing role. Your cat associates your voice with safety, food, and comfort. So, even though your cat might not fully grasp what we are as humans, your voice helps build a sense of trust, signaling that you're a friend. But it doesn't stop with just sound. Cats have an extraordinary sense of smell, with up to 80 million scent receptors in their noses, about 20 times more than humans. To a cat, your scent is as unique as a fingerprint. If your voice is what identifies you for their ears, your scent is your personal signature to their nose. Cats remember the scents of the people they care about. That's why when your cat rubs against you, it's not just showing affection. It's marking you with its scent, claiming you as part of its territory. This scent marking allows your cat to recognize you both by your natural smell and by the scent it leaves on you, further reinforcing the bond between you and making sure you're always recognized as safe and familiar. In addition to recognizing voices and smells, cats can also identify their owners by the way they move. Cats are highly observant of human behavior and body movements. They are adept at recognizing their caregiver's unique walk, the sound of their footsteps, or how they carry themselves. This is why your cat might come running to the door when they hear your particular way of walking, even before they see or smell you. My cat doesn't respond to me. It's important to remember that cats are not like dogs, and their response time makes this difference crystal clear. When you call a dog, it usually comes running within seconds. But your cat? Probably not. More often than not, it might not even move, even if it's just a few meters away. Frustrating, right, Pete? It can feel like your cat is ignoring you, but that's not the case at all. Your cat hears you and is paying attention, but in the feline world, recognizing a sound doesn't always mean acting on it immediately. A small ear twitch or a slight head turn might be all the response you get, subtle movements that you might miss unless you're really watching. Cats are naturally more reserved in this way. They register your presence and then return to whatever they were doing, approaching you on their own terms and timeline. As their caregiver, it's important not to take this personally. It's just how cats operate. When they want your attention, need food, or are ready to play, they will make sure to let you know. In fact, their lack of reaction might be a sign of trust. Your cat knows you're not going anywhere and understands that you're its protector. Most cats, especially those with a strong bond with their owner, get this. So, when your cat seems uninterested or doesn't rush over when called, think of it as a compliment. It means your cat feels safe and secure by your side, which is its way of showing appreciation for the home and care you provide. Just because they don't respond immediately doesn't mean they don't know or trust you. They're just content in the comfort of your presence. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your support not only encourages us, but also helps other cat lovers discover our content. Don't forget to share your experiences in the comments below, and consider subscribing to the Wise Animals channel for more informative videos on understanding and caring for our feline friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.